Hello from Western New York. It's nice and early in the morning. And these are getting nice in size. Most everything's doing pretty good. Well, might have some of the dwarf kale popping up. Hopefully, because at the moment it looks like it's kind of taken over by other things. This is a premiere. That's doing fairly well. I'm hoping the dinosaur kale pops up in here, because it looks like I got clover popping up instead. Over here I got the red Russian. It's doing fairly well. Piece of advice: may want you might want to think about thinning this out. You know, of course, this is my first time, so you know, I'm just putting that out for you, and also just as advice in general. And it looks like I got another cane or something popping up from the this Oregon champion. And over here I got hopefully a little stub or two popping up somewhere. Because I know there's this one, but yeah, we'll see what happens here. Same really with the red Hanamacos, you know. I mean, they're just well, it looks like my gooseberries are, in general, are going through the unattractive phase where they're just dropping all their leaves because, well, for one, they don't have any fruit to grow. The red currants, except for this one, are still holding their leaves a bit. The honeyberries are still got their leaves, or at least most of them. I can't wait until next year, because then we'll see what happens with the bleeding heart bulbs I have in here. Hopefully those will come up. I mean, I don't expect a big show, but you know, it would be real nice. You know. And I got some pinks, and I got some whites, or was it some, you know. Roses are doing quite nice. Got some more bulbs in here. 1, 2, 3. At least 3 on here. The blueberries seem to be Well, some of them are starting to lose their leaves. Some, anyways. That's why I didn't seem to have lost all of them. That being said, most of them seem to be doing okay. As you might have noticed in my previous video, well, basically these bleeding hearts kind of cut them down because they're done. This rose over here has put out at least one last flower. You know, it's a nice little one. Although, truth be told, we're most likely gonna have to start pruning these out. You know, cut out the ones that grew up last year and all that sort of stuff, because they are starting to get to that point where they are dying. Got this growing right here. I think Mom put a black-eyed Susan right there. See what happens. Lilies are doing okay. There was only one flower, but that didn't really go anywhere. Bit of a shame, really. Gladiolas are coming along pretty nicely. You know, they're nice and tall. You know, good. Yeah, most of them are a good 2 feet tall, roughly. And by the looks of things, most of the bulbs came up quite beautifully. Yeah, these seem to be doing pretty good. Same with these ones. I mean, there's some spots here and there where apparently the bulb didn't sprout up or something. By and large, most of them have come up doing pretty good. Most of these raspberries are doing pretty good too. Full gold. Not going to bother that one because there's another bee on there. Kind of letting this hang around so that way the seeds can drop. Same reason with that one. That's coming along nicely, so is that one. Let's see about this one. I kind of hope that something comes up, you know. These are doing pretty good. Well, very soon they're probably going to start dying back and all that sort of stuff. I'm gonna have to start keeping a closer eye on my squash and whatnot, because fairly soon they're gonna start producing squash, if they're not already producing squash. Yeah, by the looks of things, yeah, at least a few that are in the process. Two or three of them, anyways. Peppers are coming along pretty good. My stepfather picked some of them the other day. And it sounds like well, I think that would be my cousin. That might be my cousin's kid, and you probably heard the sound of my voice. Wondering, okay, who's out there talking? And since I don't have his father's permission to film him, I'm not going to be filming him. Now these roses are doing beautifully. Wild one's doing pretty good too. Might eventually have to cut it down though, if I'm going to have any of these growing in here. Ornamental kale's doing pretty good. Geraniums are doing fine. Pansies are doing fine. Everything else is doing okay too. Yeah. I'm gonna toss this. And it also sounds like well, let's see, we got some of the neighbors are waking up, and I think the one neighbor still has their grandkids over, and again, don't have permission and all that sort of stuff. Okay, those are coming along nicely. Those look like they're coming along okay. I'd have to double check over in here. But hopefully they look like they're doing okay. Fall gold seem to come along okay over here, other than being mildly infested with Japanese beetles. Well, these blackberries are coming along nicely. Better switch hands. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of trimming on my black raspberries and my blackberries, because, you know, they look like just, you know, the lateral branches just seem to be going a little out of control. you know, and don't really like that too much. Now, as previously shown, I got strawberries coming and growing and ripening, but also I got squirrels. Which unknowingly seem to think that these are theirs. And ooh boy, oh boy, boy, damn! I'm going to apologize for my language, but I mean, that looks real great. That looks good. This is my problem. The moment they start getting real good, something decides to chow down. Like I said, apologizing for my language a little. It's just, like I said, like I just showed you, that was a nice looking strawberry, but then slug or something got at it. Hence the reason why I picked it off and tossed it, because I don't want my plant to waste its energy on that. You know. I'd rather develop something that's smaller, yet is going to be ripe, as opposed to something that is not going to be good, you know? And I'm probably going to have to top this this blackberry. Probably should have done that. There we go. I'm going to have to check on this one too to figure out where the other end on the one that cane seems to be. So it looks like I got a number. Because at the moment I got some bumblebees buzzing around, so yeah. Well, hopefully my uncle will come down and clean this up soon. And I need to talk to him about this piece of land out here, because I would like to turn it into a garden, or at least set it up to be turned into a garden. Done some checking on Google Maps. It's about 150 feet by 150 feet, so, and it's in a triangle, so 150 feet times 150 feet divided by 2, a little over 10,000 square feet. Now that would be a nice sized garden, or at least set it up to be used as one, you know. I'd have to lay down some good fertilizer, you know, compost, and then wood chips, cut down a few trees, maybe even some these choke cherry bushes too. And then try to put in some fruit trees around the perimeter. Put in some, and then, well, you know, flowers, herbs, vegetables, that sort of thing. Now, these grapes are getting nice and ripe. In fact, I think I see this one might. I think just a tad sour. But otherwise edible. Seem to be going back and forth. So I'm kind of curious as to what my elderberries look like. Hopefully don't disturb any bees. Because well, that would be funny for you, not so funny for me. And we got some Amish driving, you know, going by. Okay, that elderberry bush right there looks to be doing fairly well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some cutting on these. And that elderberry seems to be doing okay. Yeah, definitely might wanna. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is get my clippers and do some cutting on these black raspberries and kind of narrow them up a bit. You know? You know? Especially the blackberries that are trying to grow into the chokecherry tree. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments, click the like button, and all that sort of stuff. Okay, goodbye.